Hello students, welcome to Physical Science Digital Classes Mehbubabad. Myself Narendra Babu Kotla, PGT Chemistry, TSMS Mehbubabad. Today, Human Eye and Colorful World, Class 10, Part 7. In this session, we are going to discuss about cataract, refraction of light through a glass prism. First, cataract. Till now we discussed different types of defects, and another defect of the eye which usually comes in old age is the cataract. The medical condition in which the lens of the eye of a person becomes progressively cloudy, resulting in blurred vision, is called cataract. The cataract develops when the eye lens of a person becomes cloudy or even opaque due to the formation of a membrane over it. Cataract decreases the vision of the eye gradually. It can even lead to total loss of vision of the eye. The vision of the person can be restored after getting surgery done on the eye having cataract. Next, prism. What is prism? A triangular glass prism is a transparent object made of glass having two triangular ends and three rectangular sides or rectangular faces. Note, opposite faces of a triangular glass prism are not parallel to one another. If you take this is the prism, so this is the triangular glass prism is represented in a ray diagrams actually PQR. But if you take the prism, so prism is generally having a transparent object it is and having the two triangular ends. This is one triangular end other side and another triangular end will be present, and three rectangular slides. See, this is one F1 and F2 is the another rectangular, and at the base bottom of this and one more rectangular side will be present and it forms the prism. And in this case the triangular glass prism are not parallel to, that means the faces, opposite faces, if you observe F1 and F2, in this the opposite faces of a triangular glass prism are not parallel to one another. In this prism F1 and F2, so these F1, F2 are not parallel to each other. For example, the opposite faces of the glass prism F1 and F2 are not parallel to one another. They are inclined at an angle to the one another. They are not parallel, they are inclined at an angle to one another. The angle between its opposite faces is called the angle of the prism. The angle between the, for example, if you take this is a PQR, so the angle between the opposite faces, this is F1 face and this is F2 face. The angle between these two faces is generally called as angle of prism. So the refraction of the light on passing through a glass prism is different from that in glass slab. This is because in refraction through a glass slab, the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray, but in refraction through a glass prism, the emergent ray is not parallel to the incident ray. If you observe, the refraction of light on passing through a glass prism is different from that of the glass slab. Entirely different actually when light is passing through the prism and when light is passing through the glass slab. So the refraction which occurs in glass slab and which occurs in prism, that is entirely different. Why this is different in the sense? So in glass slab, if the refraction takes place in glass slab, the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. But if the refraction takes place through the glass prism, the emergent ray is not parallel to the incident ray. Due to this, so the refraction of light on passing through a glass prism is entirely different. The emergent ray of light in a glass prism is not parallel to the incident ray of light because the opposite faces of the glass prism are not parallel to one another. So we will go through the refraction of light through a glass prism. When a ray of light passes through a glass prism, refraction means bending of light occurs two times. When it enters the prism and as well as when it leaves the prism. So when a ray of light passes through a glass prism, the refraction that takes place two times. How the refraction takes place two times in sense, when light entering from the air to the glass prism, it undergoes refraction. When light coming out from the glass prism, again from the glass to the air it entering, that's why here also it takes the refraction. Two times the refraction takes place. The refracting surfaces PQ and PR of the prism are not parallel. Therefore, the emergent ray and incident ray are not parallel to one another. Actually, the refracting surfaces are not parallel. That's why the emergent ray and incident ray are also not parallel to one another. In this case, the ray of light is deviated on passing through the prism. So in this case, the ray of light is deviated on passing through the prism. So we will go through the refraction, how it takes place in glass prism. Let us consider that triangle PQR represents outline of the prism where it rests on its triangular base. Let us assume that a ray of light incident on plane surface of prism at M. So consider here M and a light ray incident at this point. Now a light ray is incidenting at this point M, and this light ray is called as incident ray. This ray is called as incident ray. So if you extend, when light ray incidents on this one of the surface of the prism, PQ surface, then actually it has to move directly in this way. But refraction takes place, and how refraction takes place we will see. Draw a perpendicular to the surface at M and it becomes normal. So if you draw a perpendicular line at M, it becomes normal to this PQ. Okay, right. So now the angle between this incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. The angle between incident ray and normal is called as angle of incidence. That's we can represent it with I. This is the angle of incidence I1. The ray is refracted at M. After incidenting this ray refracted at M. The ray is refracted at M. It moves through and meets the other plane surface at N. So this is the other plane surface at N. This light ray meets at this. So this light ray undergoes refraction and moves through this prism and it meets at the other end, and finally it comes out. The ray which comes out of the surface PR at N is called emergent ray. The ray which comes out of the surface PR at N, so the ray which is coming out from this PR surface at N, that is called as emergent ray. If you observe this, the ray that comes out from here and this ray is called as emergent ray. Draw a perpendicular to PR at point N. If you draw a perpendicular to this, so face PR at N, the angle between the emergent ray and normal is called as angle of emergent, that is I2. So if you draw a line perpendicular to this PR, that consider as normal. So the angle between the normal to the emergent ray is called as angle of emergence, I2. The angle between plane surfaces PQ and PR is called the angle of the prism or a refracting angle of a prism. So the angle between PQ, this is the one surface PQ, and the angle between another plane surface PR. So the angle between this PQ and PR is generally called as angle of prism. This angle is called as angle of prism. The angle between the incident ray and emergent ray is called angle of deviation. Actually, so the light ray that deviates when it passing through the prism. So when incident light ray passes through the prism, it undergoes refraction here. So the path of the incident light ray is this, but it undergoes refraction and it emerges out like this. But if you extend this emergent light ray back, then it intersects with the incident light ray. Okay, so now The angle between the incident ray to the emergent ray is called as angle of deviation. It can be represented with a small d, that is angle of deviation. The angle between the incident ray and emergent ray is called angle of deviation. Finally, when a ray of light passes through a prism, it bends towards the base of the prism. That means, in other words, when a ray of light passes through a prism, it bends towards the thicker part of the prism. So when light ray is passing through this, it undergoes first refraction at M and a second refraction at N, and after that so the light ray comes out as emergent ray. If you observe this emergent ray is moving towards the thicker part of the prism or the base of the prism. Thank you for watching this video.